You always have your nose stuck in the air. No I don't. I always have my nose to the grindstone. Today's English lesson is all about English phrases we use that have something to do with nose. But before we get into the English lesson, check out this brand new intro I have for you. Literally, it's the best intro ever. This is American English with this guy. No, wait, it's Speak English with this guy. He changed the name. It was too long before. This is your place to learn English. We hope you like it. So what did you think? I mean, that theme song, it took me so long to write those lyrics. And I saw all the other YouTube teachers had intros. I wanted one too. So let me know in the comments, did you like that intro? It took me a lot of time to write that song. It is really sunny out today, so I am going to keep on my sunglasses. Is that okay? Can you still learn English from a teacher, even though you can't see their eyes? I think so. Anyways, today's English lesson is all about the nose, and I think you can see my nose just fine. And I am filming the first part of today's lesson from a local memorial to soldiers who have died in all of our American wars. Now, some of those wars might be fighting against the country you live in today, so we won't talk too much about that. Hopefully, everyone can live in peace. But it's such a beautiful setting. We have water, we have airplanes, we have jeeps, and we might have some sirens and some helicopters like the last lesson because there's a busy street not too far away. The first English term I'd like to teach you that has something to do with nose is nosy. And I'd like to do it right under this plane. Yeah, so if a person is described as nosy, it means they are concerned about other people's business. They are worried about other people in a bad way. Let's say two people are talking in the corner of a room. They are by themselves and they're talking about something personal. Maybe somebody's husband is sick and they don't want everyone to know. Well, the nosy person may come over to them and say, "Oh, what are you talking about?" That would be nosy. You can clearly see those two people want to be alone. They want to talk about something they don't want others to know. And that person would be sticking their nose in somebody else's business. A nosy person likes to gossip. Do you know what gossip is? It's talking about other people in a bad way when they are not around, when they are not in the room. Somebody gossiping may talk like this. "Oh, do you want to hear what happened to her? Oh, it's a big deal. She is going to be so embarrassed that I told you." Yeah, that's gossip. Another way we use nose in English is to have your nose to the grindstone. That means somebody is always working really hard. Do you know what a grindstone is? I'll put a picture right up there that will probably help you, but it's used to sharpen knives. It's used to, I was gonna say something else, but I think a grindstone is pretty much only used to sharpen things like knives. Let's do the next one under this bridge. I'm not sure if I can get there or not. I do need to be careful though, because just last week, somebody fell into this river way up there by what we call the falls. Those are the falls up there. They're like little waterfalls. Yeah, somebody fell in and the police and ambulances, they had to rescue that person. So we're not gonna get that close. it doesn't look too bad. It looks as if there are almost steps to go down here. I hope there are no homeless people down here. There actually are some homeless people up there in a tent. I don't want to get them on film though. I don't think that would be very respectful. It's almost like they want people to come down here. Just as long as we don't get too close to the river, it should be okay. No other people around here, but also a lot of trash. And a blanket. Maybe people do come down here who don't have a home when it starts to rain. All right, we'll do this next one quickly. I guess I don't need my sunglasses anymore. The next one is to have a nose for something. Maybe learning English comes easy to you. When you first started learning English, you were like, yeah, this isn't too hard. If that's the case, then you have a nose for English. Something that comes easy to you, something you don't have to work that hard and get good at it. Something tells me though, learning English doesn't come easy for anyone. It's pretty hard. Oof. A lot of broken bottles around here. Probably some needles, some blankets. Probably not the best place to do an English lesson, right? Oh, some birds living here. It's too bad that it's so messy down here because it is kind of nice right by the river. Do you have a nose for English? Let me know in the comments. Is it easy for you to learn English? Do you have a nose for it? Or is it difficult? Something tells me most people are going to say it is difficult, but if you keep at it long enough, if you keep studying for long enough, you will learn English, I promise. Did you see that little guy? He scared me. That is what we call a groundhog. He's somewhere down there. They can be a little aggressive, so aggressive like mean. Let's get out of here. All right, back to safety up here. For the next one we use for nose, and that would be to have your nose in the air. We would also call this person stuck up. Have you ever heard of that term? Stuck up? If someone is stuck up, it means they think they are better than everybody else. If they are stuck up, it might mean like, oh, I don't have to clean my own toilet. Ugh, that is gross. That is for someone who is beneath me. Some people who have a lot of money might have their nose in the air. They think they are better than other people. People who have their nose stuck up in the air, they are not down to earth. I'm not sure if you can tell, but across the street is a hotel. And let's say a person is staying at that hotel. If their nose is up in the air, if they are stuck up, they are going to want someone to take their luggage up for them, up to their room. They might not even give them a tip. They just think somebody should do that and they don't have to carry their own luggage. If somebody is, sorry, distracted by the very loud truck, if somebody is down to earth, they might say, no, I can carry my own luggage. You don't need to do that. I can do it just fine. So you probably don't want to be friends with a person who has their nose stuck in the air. They're not a very nice person. They think others should do the hard work and they simply don't have to do it themselves. All right, I'm going to head back into my car. We'll drive somewhere else for part 2 of this lesson, but the people who are homeless, they live right up there in some tents. But you can't see them. If I was a really mean YouTuber, I would go up there and film them, but that's not right, is it? All right, when I see you next, we'll be somewhere else, and it might be a different day. I see some YouTubers do this too. And we're still in the same place. Next time, I promise, we'll be somewhere else. And guess what? It's a different day, and we are on the other side of the river. The first part of the lesson, we were over there. Now we're here. And the next one I would like to teach you is to rub your nose in it. Rub your nose in it. If somebody rubs your nose in it, that means you lost something and the other person doesn't want you to forget it. So let's talk about some examples. Maybe you get divorced. That's pretty bad, right? Divorced, that means your partner and you are no longer together. Well, maybe this person keeps rubbing your nose in it. They keep reminding you that you got divorced. That would not be very nice. If somebody rubs your nose in something, it's not nice. What if you lost a race? Maybe you run races. Maybe you're a runner. And if another person beats you and they don't let you forget it, they would be rubbing your nose in it. They might laugh at you and say, haha, you lost, I won. They're rubbing your nose in it. We would also call that person a bad winner. Like, they can't win things and be nice about it. They are a bad winner. It's the opposite of a sore loser. But this English lesson is about nose. Explaining a sore loser, that might be for another English lesson. Let's look at these flowers here. Let's do the next one with these flowers in the background. The next one is to keep your nose clean. If you keep your nose clean, that means you stay out of trouble. For example, when I was in high school, I tried to keep my nose clean. I didn't want to get in trouble. I didn't want to anger my parents. I didn't want my parents to be upset with me. I didn't want to get in trouble. So I kept my nose clean. I'm sure you know what an airplane is, but the front of the airplane is also sometimes called the nose of the plane. Did you also know that nose could be used as a verb? Yeah, you can nose into traffic. So if you're in a car and you're trying to get onto a busier street, you might inch out, you might pull out, or you could nose out into traffic. You don't go all the way, just a little bit to give yourself a better chance of getting onto that busier street. A dog's nose we sometimes call a snout, but a dog could nose through the trash. Maybe you have a dog and maybe you don't have a lid on your trash can. Well, if your dog can get into the trash, we might say he is nosing around in the trash. Nosing around. It's an English phrasal verb I didn't even know we used, but yeah, your dog could nose around in your trash. I hope that doesn't happen because you will probably have a mess to clean up. You could also win by a nose. Remember that race we talked about earlier? If it's a really close race, if one person wins by just a little bit, we could say they won by a nose. Or if they're racing together and one person pulls ahead just a little bit, We could say that they have nosed ahead a little bit in the race. They've gotten a little bit ahead of the other person. Remember earlier, we saw that person getting rescued somewhere down there below those rocks. I don't know if this sign is a warning for that, but certain death. That means you are going to certainly die without a doubt. I am not going to go down there. I have one more term for you. Would you mind liking the video though, if you've learned any English at all with this lesson? The last term is nostrils. Nostrils. That's what we call the little holes in your nose. Nostrils. Hey, if you're looking for more English, look right up there. I did an English lesson all about the word perk. Thanks for watching. See you next time.